guys, today in this video I'll show you guys how to open and fix a TV remote which stopped working. So as you can see here I have a remote, but actually there is no much problem with the device, but I'll show you guys how to open and fix most of the issues which is related to a remote. So first what you have to do is remove the battery, and most of the time for opening the remote what we does is actually there is no screws or anything involved for holding both the panels of the remote together. So there is no screw or anything you can find to loosen it and remove it. So it is usually holded by clips which is all around the remote. So many of the times what we does is we take a screwdriver and try to pop it from here and there, which will cause damage to the body of the remote. This is a cheap remote, so for it doesn't matter. Sometimes it comes a bit expensive, or a brand TV remote or something, you'll damage the look of the device of the remote. So what you have to grab is, most of the times we'll be buying tempered glass and all. So when we buy tempered glass, behind the tempered glass you can get like some this is the thing which we remove it by sticking the tempered glass. It's like a plastic piece. So whenever you buy a tempered glass from online or a shop, try to take this thing back from them, because it has many uses. When you're changing the phone display also, you can use it to slide the display up without, because if you use a metal on plastic, obviously plastic is soft compared to metal. It can just leave notches on the edges, sharp edges. But when you use a material like this, it doesn't leave any scuffs on the body. So what you have to do is first just look on the edges. Anywhere you can see bit of a gap on the body, just check for the gap on the body. Okay, so here a bit of gap is there. Just keep the camera a bit up, and here you can see there is a small gap where you can easily place the plastic piece. So what you have to do is you have to just take the piece and push it down on the remote like this. I hope you guys saw that. I'll show you people one more time. Just take the plastic piece and press it down, so it will enter it like this. See, and it has popped one of the clips there. And what you have to do is go along, then here one more clip will be there, same thing do there also. See, one more clip is done. Once this much clip is done, it is much easier for you to remove the remote. So as you can see, this was the clips which was there. See, so you can see this is the clips which is holding the remote. So what we are doing is we are releasing the clips with the help of this plastic. So next what you have to do is same thing, go there, push it down, push it down. So once actually this much is done, you can easily remove it. But actually, rather than rushing it, it's better to go to the next lock, because it's the first time I'm opening this remote, so it's quite tight. The seals are, see, this one is done. Now I'm going to the next one, and see, the whole side is open. Now we have to go to the next side. Same thing, go here, push it down, go here, push it down. So like this we can easily open the remote. So when we open the remote, you can see something. This is the upper panel and this is the plastic buttons, which when we press it, this is the one which goes and touches this buttons and make the remote work. So you can see that this is a smart TV box remote it is. Then you can see this is the main thing which controls the main board which controls the remote. Many of the times when the remote the problems which are related to the remote is, what comes is, any of the legs which is coming here would have got some corrosion, or it would have got rise from the motherboard. So you can just solder it and you can repair it. And sometimes what happens is, okay, there are two types of remote also it comes. This is the button is already there. Sometimes there's a circuit comes like this, and the rubbers, there will be a conductor or something. If it touches the circuit, that makes the remote works. But most of the time there won't be any problem which is coming to that. So for that, if any problem comes, you can just wipe the board once and it will start working. Other times for this kind of remote, what happens is accidentally you would have dropped your remote in water or oil or something, so a little bit of oil will go inside this plastic layer. So the only thing which you can do with that is you have to remove the whole this whole plastic sheet kind of thing, and you can just clean the board and stick it back. And if it is not sticking, you can always use a cello tape like this, so which fix the board to the remote, and you can even wrap it, because that is just too thin and it won't do anything with the circuit of the remote. After doing everything, and sometimes this also can happen, here you can see there are two soldering wells are there. Sometimes this get loose and or it breaks or something, then conduction won't happen from the board this from the battery to the remote, then also it can stop working. So for that, you can just solder another connector here and it will start working. Sometimes the LED will also can fuse, then you can just go to a local electronic store. From there you can buy a this infrared LED, IR blaster or infrared LED, you say you can get it, or remote LED, you can just say that, and they will give it. Just solder it back at the same way. There is negative and positive, so make sure that doesn't you doesn't do it in the opposite direction, then it won't work. So just do that and the remote will be ready to go. So for fixing it back, it's quite simple. Vice versa to opening the remote, you have to just place these two terminals on the socket of the remote, push it down, so yeah, it will come like this. Place it back and it will the rubber buttons will be outside, so you can fix it back at the same place and just take it like this and place it back and start pressing the locks. It will just lock it back at its place. It is quite easy compared to opening of the remote. As you can see, there is no marks whatsoever, nothing is there, and it is looking brand new from the edges. The dust is there, just leave it because it's a bit old remote, so there won't be any scuff marks, there won't be any, 1 minute, let me focus it to it, there won't be any scuff mark or anything in the remote. And once you place the battery, the remote is again ready to go. Just let me keep the lid back. The remote is ready to go, start working. So that's it guys, I hope you guys like the video. If any of your remote stop working, you can try any of the things which I mentioned in the video, which should make your remote start working. So that's it guys, I hope you guys like the video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.